gotcha! I think I gotcha! Maybe not! You're slipping! Don't let go!
So if you saw our previous video, you know that I got rid of an absolutely gorgeous GMC Sierra truck and wound up picking up the TRD Pro here. Really like it, really enjoy it. I'm going to show you copious amounts of video footage that I've taken playing around with it because it is my new little toy. I'm actually sitting out here in the front yard just sitting in it right now, enjoying that new car smell as it wafts over me. But just wanted to, real quick before we get into it, is go over some of the things from the GMC that we didn't like and compare it to the TRD. But it doesn't mean that either truck is better or worse than the other one. The GMC was made for a specific purpose. This TRD Tundra is made for a specific purpose, and they're not necessarily very easily comparable. There are things on both that are really, really good, and things on both that just don't match up. For instance, this truck, this Tundra TRD Pro, will not hold a candle to the amount of towing and work that GMC could pull off. Just couldn't. Now, the GMC can't hold a candle to this one in terms of comfort and some of the other features. So anyway, so the GMC Sierra, the issues that we had with it, one, it was way too tall. I mean, it just had issues getting in and out of it, and over time that was going to be a problem. Don't have that issue here with the Tundra. It's a much easier truck to get into, especially with the little side steps that I put in down here. So that's good. Second issue was the gear shift up here was in the way of the infotainment system, and you'll see when we go over everything in here, that's not an issue here at all. Everything in this truck is laid out beautifully. I mean, it is just fantastically arranged. I love the way everything is put together. I've seen some videos of people complaining about the little climate control things up here that they can't get to them. I don't have that problem at all. I think it's fantastic. The third one was the GMC transmission tended to stay in lower gears all the time because that's how it was made. This one does not. It rolls along fine. I can actually coast down hills now. I don't have it downshifting automatically. It's wonderful. The other issue with the GMC was the ride quality itself was really, really harsh because it's a work truck. It just was not meant for comfort, and oftentimes, as I said in that video, every once in a while it really felt like you were going to lose control of the truck. So this one, not like that at all. Kudos to the folks at Toyota for putting the shocks and struts, and I don't know what the terminology is, but driving this thing is a dream. It is a wonderful experience. So that was good there. The other GMC issue I had was fuel efficiency. I was getting anywhere between 8 and 12 on a good day in the Sierra. I averaged 19.7 miles per gallon bringing this home from the dealership. with a lot of stop and go traffic in there. Going back and forth from here to, up into town to Tractor Supply and stuff and coming back, I averaged around 17, so inside city traffic. So I think the posted number is 17 and 22, so I'm right along with that. Far better fuel efficiency, far better. So much happier on that. And the last reason was Angie just wouldn't drive the GMC because it was just too big and just it was a very difficult vehicle to drive. She has not driven this one yet, but I expect she will have no problems whatsoever driving this vehicle, especially since I got it in black to match her van. So that's it. To be fair, just one more time for any GMC guys out there who are losing their minds about me, complaining about the truck. The GMC had several features that this truck does not that I really liked. Okay. Just three of them off the cuff real quick. One was the lighting on the GMC was better. The exterior lighting. It had puddle lights on the mirrors. So when you were coming in, you could see the ground at night. So that was cool. And the Toyota doesn't have that. I don't know why Toyota didn't do that. It doesn't make sense to me. It's an LED light and you've got 30,000 of them around this truck, which you'll see later. So I don't know. The second thing, the GMC had a head-up display. So as you were driving, the map and stuff was all over here, but the heads-up display had everything right in front of you. It had the speed, the direction you were going, speed limit, all of that stuff was right there for you to see. And the TRD doesn't offer that at all. It's not a feature that you can even look for. So, again, I wish Toyota had done that, but, not that big a deal. And the last one, now this is a feature that's, I wish I had showed it in the previous video because it's really cool. On the GMC, when you unlock the truck, so you hit it to unlock and then you hit it and hold it. When you do that, all of the windows in the GMC roll down at once. Now, if you don't live in the South, maybe that's not a big deal to you. Trust me, rolling down all of those windows as I'm walking across the parking lot to get into the truck after it's been sitting out there in 100-degree heat for 3 hours, wonderful, wonderful. If Toyota has something like that, I don't know. I haven't found it yet, but those are, just to be fair, those are three things with the GMC that I thought was really, really nice that I don't have in here. But everything else, wow, this is a really cool truck. Let me show you. Okay, so first things first, let's cover the very front of the truck because I know some people are turned off by the big massive grille in the front. Me personally, I love it. I think it looks aggressive and angry and in your face, and to me it's just absolutely beautiful. But a couple of things on the front, of course it's got the little front facing camera for all of your groovy camera views. It's got these little sensors down here for getting close to things and all that other good jazz. Got the Toyota badge on the front. These little lights here on the front come on and they have TRD written in there. Isn't that cute? Another feature on the front that I really, really like is this LED light bar that sits right underneath the Toyota badge. When you have your brights on, you can kick that on. I'll show you where inside the truck. You can kick it on and it turns night into day. It's absolutely beautiful. Alright, stuff on the sides. We've got our groovy little marking lights here with TRD written in them. Again, cute. The reason those are there is apparently this truck is a little wide and by law it has to have marking lights. So there you go. We have our groovy little TRD Pro badge up on the hood, and then we get down here to the tires and they come with these blacked out TRD tires which just look, or wheels, which just look freaking awesome to me. So if you watched our last video with the GMC, one of the things that I did not like about it was the way it just beat you to death. The shocks and everything on it were just super tight. You felt every bump everywhere, every grain of sand you went over, you felt. not a problem in this truck. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Let me show you why. So the suspension on this truck is out of this world good. It is just absolutely fantastic. I wanted to take a second to show you these, because if you get a chance to ride in one of these trucks, I know it's an off-road big, you know, made for adventure type truck, blah blah blah. This is a beautiful driving vehicle inside the city. It's surprising to me how smooth that this rides and how easy it is to get in and out of things. So another little touch that's pretty cool to me anyway, the exhaust is blacked out and has TRD on it. I think that looks pretty sweet. Let's take a second to go through some of the stuff in the back of the truck. Tailgate is the tailgate. By the way, Sunny King Toyota is where we picked it up. If you get a chance to go in, say hi to Nelson. He's a good guy. So tailgate's the tailgate. They do have one neat little feature on it that's different than others. You can hit this little button right here and the tailgate will pop down. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is kind of handy. So beds spray in liner, got nice little rails on both sides and up there in the front, and Toyota gives you these little tie downs that you can put in there and move around to tie things down however you want. They've got the groovy little cutouts for different boards so you can configure it however you'd like, and the LED lights on either side and the light up there at the top are awesome. They will illuminate this like there is no tomorrow. And of course you got a cute little AC thing back here that, you know, if you're camping or something, you can run some low wattage goodies, and there you go. You've got your towing stuff right here, your different hookups, whichever one you want to use. It automatically turns on the tow haul mode in there and gives you some settings. I'll show you those later. Comes equipped with the little receiver, so all you got to do is, you know, go up to Tractor Supply or Walmart or whatever and buy you a hitch and you're off and running. The tailgate, or the bumper rather, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but instead of having chrome, it's got that tech camo stuff that's all over the truck, so looks pretty snazzy. The only real option that I got on the truck, I had the little step rail added for obvious reasons for anybody who knows me, so that it's easier to get up and into the truck. Outside of that, this is pretty much stock. I did not ask for anything extra, so there you go. That's kind of the outside. Taking a look at some of the interior stuff. First off, we'll start at the passenger side, go over to the driver's side in just a minute, but these seats are extraordinarily comfortable. They are fantastic, and of course come with all of the neat groovy little adjusters there for driver and passenger side, which is pretty neat. They're also inside of here and on the back heated and ventilated. And when I say ventilated, when you turn on the ventilation, you better be hanging on, because it'll dang near blow you out of the seat, which is really good. I like it. Here's our dash setup. On the TRD version, you get this big Toyota emblazoned up here in case you ever forget that you're driving one. They just want to make sure that you know. The rest of it's pretty standard stuff. We'll go over some of the controls when we get over to the driver's side. One other thing on the while I'm on the passenger side and talking about things, the door's the door, right? It's whatever. But up here on the top, this little section across the top of the door is not only leather, but it's padded. And when you're driving, that is an awesome feature, because it's a great, almost perfect armrest height when you're driving, and on a long drive, you're just moving your arms around trying to get somewhere comfortable. That was a really nice addition by Toyota. I really like that. The back seats do have an armrest, but this one's not leather and padded like it is in the front. I wish they had done that, but again, that's a little nitnoid thing. So Back seats are super comfortable. You've got all the standard, you know, fold them down. There's stuff, there's storage behind them. You got the little flip down cup holder armrest. You got vents and stuff here in the back. You've got an outlet and some USBs for anything that folks in the back want to do. Pretty standard back seat, but it looks fantastic. This camo stuff with all the red stitching and the black is just freaking awesome. I love it. So a couple of other things about the back. We're on the driver's side now, just showing you everything. A couple of other things to mention. One, the under seat storage isn't. Basically, this is where the hybrid battery sits, because it's a hybrid system, which I'll go over later. It works beautifully. You'll love it. Anyway, so there's no under seat storage. That's a little bit of an issue. I'll give it a ding on that one, but you know, all in all, it's just a very comfortable cabin. It's just smooth and sweet. The other thing I wanted to talk about back here is the sound system. It's a JBL whatever sound system, and it's got a subwoofer behind this seat, and there's little speakers all over the place. When you have it on surround sound, it actually works as surround sound. It sounds like everything's like in the middle of the cabin instead of coming out of the doors and the front. So that was super cool. And here we are in the front for the driver's seat. I didn't mention the included weather mats all throughout. You may have seen them in the other views, but they are awesome and look great, and they work really well. Pretty easy to clean too. So anyway, pretty standard, pretty standard door controls with windows and locks and mirror adjustments. And there's that nice groovy armrest I was telling you about. A couple of things in here which is pretty neat. The light in the back for the bed, you can have off, you can put it on so that when the door opens it comes on, or you can turn it on all the time. So this is automatic bright, I think is what they call it. Long story short, when you have that button hit, the truck's going to determine when you need brights and when you don't. So if you're going down a long country road and it's dark, it'll pop the brights on for you. If a car starts coming down the road, it'll automatically turn them off for you, so you don't have to remember it. So a couple other things on here that are interesting. This turns off the automatic braking for the rear of the truck. If you're towing something, like you're backing up to it and you know the regular safety features are on, it's going to stop you because it thinks that you're running into something. So that's pretty cool. This is the button to turn on the light bar in the front that I showed you, and of course it's got a heated steering wheel, because you know, who doesn't need that? Once again, the seats in this thing are just unbelievably comfortable. I can't get over the difference in the comfort of the seat from the GMC to this. It's remarkable how comfortable these seats are. I'm not going to bore you with everything in the truck. There's 1,000 different Tundra videos out there with people showing you all the features and stuff. So, you know, just wanted to point out a couple things. One, this infotainment system that's in the middle, even while I'm filming this here, it looks gigantic. I mean, it looks like it's in the way of everything, like it's this ginormous. When you're in the truck, it's actually not as in your face as it appears in the video. I don't know how to describe it. It looks better in person than it does on video. You just have to kind of see it. So the only real issue I have with the interior of the truck is up here. The dash is basically that super plastic stuff. Would have been nice to have it leather or something, but I get it, that's fine, no big deal. But this little storage area right here, when you're sitting in the truck, you just don't see it. So it's kind of almost wasted space. I have something I think I'm gonna order that's gonna help with that, but we'll see. The mirror has a digital mirror option. If you flip this up, it turns to a digital mirror. So if you have stuff in the back seat that's blocking the mirror, you can put that on and it's good to go. So The rest of it's pretty straightforward and standard. It's got all kind of groovy little features. This one I thought was really kind of neat. This little button right here, hold. If you've ever been on the interstate and there's been an accident and you're in that long line of stop and go traffic where you're constantly got your foot on the brake and then, you know, you inch forward, or if you're in a drive-through line, you know, it's a pain. If you're in drive and you hit that hold button, when you take your foot off of the brake, the truck won't go anywhere. It'll just sit there. You have to actually hit the gas to get the truck to start moving. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's actually pretty neat and pretty useful when you're in a drive-through. So anyway. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this while I'm holding the camera betwixt two fingers and hitting a button, because this, I think, is just absolutely sweet. Check this out. That's right, friends and neighbors. This comes standard with the panoramic moonroof. I've never been much of a moonroof guy, really. I just haven't been. But this is awesome. It is beautiful. It is sweet. I love it. You can open this part right here like a regular, so half of it opens like a sunroof. So when you have this open here, let me hit this button and show you something. I hope it comes through on the camera. On a Toyota, you don't have the little tiny window that slides back and forth. The whole dang window, the whole thing, all of it rolls down. That's all open, which is great for hauling and towing stuff that's a little long. You can like slide it up through there. It's fantastic. And when you have this open with that, no Jeep can touch this. Not one. So let me tell you a couple of things that I just love about this truck. I love driving this truck. Driving this truck is sublime. It is a joy. The steering wheel itself, I mean, I don't know if it's coming through in the video or not. It's like a leather wrapped steering wheel. It's got this groovy little red mark up here on the top and TRD down here at the bottom. But I don't know how to describe how comfortable it is holding this steering wheel. And like I said, for a big truck that's, you know, originally designed with all this off-road capability, man, it's responsive, it's smooth, it's relatively quiet. You know, you'd think with the off-road tires it would make a lot of noise. It just simply does not. And it's just a very easy, simple, enjoyable ride in this thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the hybrid system inside this truck. You can see there on the dash, it's got that little IMAX circle there. It shows you the charge that's still left in the hybrid battery, and you know, when it kicks in, how much boost it's given before the gas engine comes on. To say that it is seamless is to put it very, very mildly. You really, if it weren't for the noise, you know, when the engine kicked on, you'd never know when you were driving hybrid on the battery and when it switched to the gas engine. It's just smooth as silk, and I love it. There's my cows. A couple of things that drove me nuts about the GMC that is not a problem here on the old Toyota. You will notice as I'm driving that everything is open and clear. I don't have stalks or drive things, anything's in the way. I can reach everything that I want without any obstruction whatsoever. So really happy about Really happy about that one. Extremely happy about the ride quality and how comfortable it is. Here's something else that I just absolutely adore about this. And once again, by the way, like I said, this looks huge in the video. It's not in the way at all. It really kind of blends into the dashboard more than you would think by looking at this video. But anyway, you know, the infotainment center's got all this groovy stuff on it. The little menus are all on the side. You can, you know, go through all of them, and you know, if you hook up Android Auto or Apple CarPlay for you zealots who like to use iPhones, it works pretty good. But there's a little button down here. It says View. So if you hit that button, it'll give you a 360 pano view of your truck, showing anything around it. May not seem like a big deal to you, but you know, if you've got kids running around or pets or something, this is really kind of groovy. If you throw it into reverse, it'll show all of these different camera angles, and there's tons of them. You can look out the front, and you can look on the sides when you're getting close to things, and you know, check out your bed, you know, the overhead, all this other good stuff, right? But this cool little thing right here, it's called Auto. If I click that, then what happens is, let me close this out. Okay, so what happens is, you know, obviously whenever you go into reverse, it pops up the camera, right? So you can see, you know, where you're backing up to and all that extra grooviness. If you have that auto button checked, every time you slow down to below, I think, 5 miles per hour, it automatically puts the front camera on for you. So like if I go down the driveway here, you know, and I'm driving along and I want to come to a parking spot, as soon as I slow enough to get there, it pops that camera right on. So that's a super helpful little feature, is having that auto thing on there.